Hi there, this is Åsa, and I'm back from a mini vacation to Stockholm over the weekend. And today I'm off from work to relax, because maybe the soul has been relaxing, but my feet has certainly not. We've been walking a lot, and it's really nice to be able to be home for a day. I'm going to share the haul that my combined haul from the weekend, and I'm starting with some supplies from a store, a really new store called TGR or TGR, like Tiger. And I got the impression it was Danish, and they had all these lovely and fun stuff, just random things. Nothing serious, just things and stuff that I normally find at those Chinese stores online, and some of the things I really recognized from there. So I think it's a shop that buys in bulk lots of these very inexpensive stuff from China. And at this shop I bought some baker's twine. I choose the red and the black, and it was the only colors they had. Otherwise I bought more, because the prices at this store was really low, and every time you looked at the price tag you went like, oh wow, it's just that much, and I have to buy this then. I bought 2 sets of paper clips, the fold down paper clips, and these are quite unusual here. Usually when you find them in stores they are sold one at a time, and the price is quite hefty. So I found these at a very low cost, and I bought the super tiny ones. They are so cute. I even think I can use them in my scrapbooking, and then the larger ones that can hold a whole bunch of papers together. I also found these mega jumbo clips, and they are really nice, and I will see if I can find some use for them. They cost only 10 crowns, so it was just something fun. And then I found these bling rhinestones, and they are quite, I think it's about 1 million of them on those sheets, and I bought the pink ones and the black and silver. And then I found these foam letters. They're kind of like stickers, but a little bit larger, and it only had like 2 A's and 2 E's, so but I think that I can cut them and use them just like I try to be creative with the stickers from American Crafts. So that was my haul from the Tiger shop, and it was such a fun place to visit. They had just recently opened, and the first day we walked past it, and the second day we went in there. Now I wanted to go to Pandora. Pandora is a shop pretty much like I think Joann's over in the States, and they sell all kinds of craft supplies and fabric supplies. And there I found this set of 3 normal sized washi, and it's got jars. It's mason jars, and I just love mason jars and all kinds of glass jars. So it came in a set of 3, and it's a craft colored tape with a fork and a spoon, and it's this one which got jars, and then it's another one that's got other kinds of jars and bottles, and it was just super cute. So when we went the first round in the store, I found that set, and then we decided to go for a second round, and we went back to that shelf that had the washi tapes, and hubby just said, "Oh look, they have a large set as well," and I saw it. It was just 1 roll left, and it had those mason jars, but in the big size tape. So I just made a merry little dance there, and I I took that tape as well, and the price was kind of not very good, but I think that I will have a lot of fun with this tape. Other than that, at the Pandora, I didn't find anything that I really liked. I asked if they had the paint, the marbling paint, but they didn't have that one. So I will need to go to an art supply store to get the marbling paint, and I think that I can fit that in later this week. So there's the larger tape with the jars, and yeah, I love it. A couple of years back, we had a store here in Sundsvall. It was at a mall, and it's called Granit, like granite, the kind of rock. And they have all these kinds of storage solutions and pretty things for your home, and especially storage solutions of all kinds. And we don't have that store anymore here. And when I found it along the road where we were walking in Stockholm, I needed to go there because this is one of my favorite shops. And I just love to be there because I think that the stuff they have is so very inspirational and for storage, and you get a lot of nice storage solution suggestions when you walk there and just look at their stuff. And they also have kind of like organization and supply labeling stuff. So I found these stamps there, and it's wooden stamps, and they are really tiny, and it's got the whole alphabet and even the Swedish letters, which is really unusual to find. So I bought this set. It's like the size of the small alpha sets that you use here in scrapbooking. So I thought that it would be fun to have that set, and perhaps a bit easier to use and faster to use than the magnetic stamps from Making Memories that I still have and that I still love. So I bought that set, and also a set of small icons. It's got the sun and the cloud and the anchor and a little ghost and a flash. So I thought that was fun too. So that's what I bought there at Granit. I'll show you a close-up of the stamping there. So it was a bit hard to get the stamps out of the box, but I guess when you've used them more, it gets easier. So that was a really fun find, I think. The next shop that I went to, or it was really the first one, it's an art supply store called Creatima, and it's the kind of store where you buy paint for your art and canvases and such. And so we went there to see if we can find something fun, and a hubby made most of the purchases at this store. But I found these painting knives in plastic that I thought was fun, and I bought them there. Later I realized that I had paid perhaps twice as much as I had needed to when I compared it to other shops, but it was the first place I saw them. Then at one of those random shops in Old Town, I found these flares, or it's like badges with a pin on the back, but it's really flat anyway, and they have all these nerd and geek words on them, and I thought they would be fun to use in my scrapbooking, since I consider myself being a nerd and a geek in many areas. So that was just something I found there. On Saturday we had this main goal to visit the scrapbooking shop Pyssloteket, and we went there by subway and managed to find it. It was in the basement, and the the door looked like it was a door to like a safety room or something in a basement. I could easily have walked past it and never realized it was there, but they had a really big sign out on the pavement, so we went in there, and it was just one room, and it was filled with lots of scrapbooking supplies, not necessarily my style, but it was really fun to be there anyway. Many of the Swedish shops has kind of specialized in the more romantic and vintage style scrapbooking with lots of prima flowers and that kind of supplies that goes with that style. I did find that washi tape with the cameras, and I love it. I've been looking at it online, and this was a really nice thing to find there. I bought 2 black Sharpie pens. I think that I will use those a lot, because I mainly think that I think that many of the pens that I use, slick writers that I use, are very bad. so this was also a nice find to make. So 2 of those in a set. Then I found these from Simple Stories Snap. It's the clear stickers, photo stickers, 2 sheets of white ones and 2 sheets of black ones, and they will be fun to use. I have not had those or anything like that before, so I hope that I can use them up. Then I bought the texture tools from Ranger, and it is I think it's 6 of them, like combs that you can make patterns with in texture paste or modeling paste. So it's a couple of different shapes, and I really look forward to use and experiment with those. The waves I really think that I can find good use for on the summer layouts, coast layouts. So it was just something that I treated myself to. I guess that you can do those tools with a paper punch or just a piece of cardboard. But it was a fun thing that I wanted to try out. Then I bought these 2 sets of Project Life-like cards from Kaisercraft, and this is the snapshot collection, the 3x4 cards, and I think these were really nice. The color scheme is very up my alley, so to say. So it's got these teals and the white and the craft and the black, so it's really easy to use, I think, in my scrapbooking. So it's 3 of each, and they are double-sided, so I think that I can use up most of them, and many of them have patterns that and no text, so those will be even easier to use. And the snapshot is the subject or the main theme. And this shop, it didn't have a lot of paper, so the papers were mainly the older papers from Kaisercraft with lots of embellishment along the borders, and then there were Prima papers. So I didn't buy any papers at all except for these cards, and I had hoped that they had 6x6 paper pads, but I only found a couple of them, and they weren't really my style, so that was a bit disappointing. And I have a long list of papers that I want to buy, or paper packs that I want to buy, so I hope that I will be able to choose a couple of them and order them with the silhouette for my birthday. So I just, the problem is that I will need to choose just a couple of them, because the silhouette comes with a rather a big cost, so I need to be a bit frugal with the rest of the stuff. Then I bought the what is it, 6x4 cards from the base coat. I know there's a couple of different base coat collections, but this is the one with outer numbers, so this is just base coat, not base coat 2 or base coat 3. So, and I had hoped that it was less text, but it's got words on most of them, and I had hoped for more of the weathered wood, like that one, but it wasn't that much, but it still got lots of nice patterns, so I think that I will be able to use it in my layering. And some of them had really nice sentiments as well, so it won't be a big problem. When I had looked up this shop online, I saw that I had a lot of paints from Ranger, and I had planned to buy paints, but then when I was there I didn't feel like it, but because I noticed that the cost of my shopping cart was going up rather quickly anyway, so no paints this time, and I will need to go through my swatch and see what paints that I could add to my collection to make the best or the most possibilities for my crafting, so I'll do that later. I bought these Heidi Swap cardboard foil stickers, and this old Technique Tuesday stamp set. It's from, I think, 2012. It was on the discount, and I bought a set of 6-inch doilies and a couple of sets of thickers. These are black kind of script font thickers with an stitched outline in white. I thought they were fun, and I found these big chunky words, and they are glitter, and the glitter is kind of flaky, so it's got a really nice texture to them, and these two sets of black and white daiquiri alphas. So that's it. I've had a wonderful weekend in Stockholm, and my feet are still hurting from all the walking. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome back to my channel to see what I make with all these new goodies. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.